Alright, I'm tackling my oil leak. I just took off the valve cover here. It just looks just like this. Two valves. I have a leak that's coming. This is the cover right here. And the leak I'm getting is right off the end here. This fits in like this, and there's a small oil leak at the bottom here. And it leaks onto these fins and slowly drips down onto the engine. And I believe the leak is from, if I pull this pin out, hold on a sec. Alright, that's the pin there. And the pin, if you look carefully, has an O-ring on it. I don't know if you can see that right there. And that O-ring needs to be replaced, because I believe that's the source of my leak. I mean, basically that pin just holds these valve lifters in here that rotate. It moves based on the, just go up and down like that. And so the oil's all in here, and it just slowly leaks along there and comes out of that end point. So, should be a pretty easy fix. I'm going to pop that out, pop a new O-ring in that I have, and reinstall. I mean, to get to this valve cover, it's very simple. Only have to take the tank off and a few bolts, and it comes right off. So, I can probably have this fixed in about 20 minutes and back on the bike. So, here's the pin here, just pulled out. Let's see it there. And this little groove there, probably for oil channeling. And you can see, I don't know how well you can see it, but that's the O-ring there. So we can just pull that off. I'm just going to use a little X-Acto blade here. It's a little thinner than another knife I have. And just be careful as you grab these ones. Better light. I just want to show you how easy that, I barely touched it and it pulled apart here. See, like split in half, and it doesn't feel like a soft rubber anymore. It's like really kind of almost crumbly. It pulls apart pretty easily. It's not soft rubber anymore. That explains why it's leaking. I'm just gonna clean this shaft up a little bit, just the end, and then reinstall a new one. There's the new shaft, just cleaned up a little bit. Just gave it a quick rinse, cleaned up, and then just kind of really lightly sanded this with a super fine 600 grit paper just to take off that little rust edge, and then cleaned up the inside with just a wire brush. So it makes a good seal. So I should be able to put the new one on there. There's a little wear on this pin, but it doesn't look like anything critical. So you should be able to, no problem, reuse it. Here is the new O-ring. You can see it's definitely a lot better. So I'm going to slip that over here, and we should be good to go. There you go, just like that. And it's on there. Definitely don't want to use any tools when you put that on, so you don't damage it or score it or anything. So that's basically ready to go back in there. Just slide it into the end here, and we can reinstall. I'm just going to add a little oil to it before I put it on. Alright, got a little bit of oil here. It's just the 20W50 engine oil, and I can just apply a little bit of that oil onto this shaft before it goes on there. Always good to make sure it's oiled before you, because when you restart the engine, it just takes a few seconds for everything to start pumping to get the oil everywhere. So always good. And now when that's done, I can just insert that into the case. So move that out of the way. And you can see in the end there. Alright, I'm ready to insert this thing. So the pin on the end here. Just have to slide it through. Should fit in pretty easily. Make sure it's lined up at the end. There we go. Probably can't see that because that's top. Alright, should be coming out the end. Yep, it is. That's it. Alright, before you assemble the top rocker cover, these are the valve lifters. So you got to make sure they're actually sitting properly on the little ball end joints. So I've placed them and to double check as you put the engine in neutral and then kick it over a little bit and watch the rockers make sure they move up and down. You can see. Well, that tells me they're installed right, and because if you don't have them sitting on the roller, they won't actually move, and that would be bad. So anyway, that's basically ready now. Put it mounted on there, and we're good to go. All right, she's all put back together. She is there. Everything's all tightened back up. So now we'll try it out. There we go. Should be good.